guys. I was debating if I was going to stream tonight or not, because the way that my setup is, it is not oriented for art streams. But I figured we'd try it anyway, since I use my art tablet as my second screen to begin with. It'll just be a little janky this time around. I am so sleepy. So sleepy. So I actually made a... Let me make sure nothing is showing. So I kind of made a request thing. Like, I let people post their references down in the comment section. And I figured we would draw some tonight. Pick a couple of these and do some free art. Because why not? So, that is what we're going to be doing. I don't really have chill music, so we're gonna have to deal with the gaming music for tonight. Because I didn't have time. Well, I wasn't planning on doing art stream to begin with, so I didn't make a chill little playlist for us. We're just kind of vibing with the same playlist we usually use, which I do need to add more to, because I feel like it's getting a little bit repetitive. I don't actually know which one I want to start out with. And also, I hope you guys don't mind face cam with art stream. I know a lot of artists don't use face cam, but I'm kind of chill with it. Especially since most of my other streams are face cam oriented. I kind of just want to chill and talk for the first few minutes while we're just vibing, so that I can get some references and maybe browse some inspiration. If anyone who is here is coming from the gaming streams, sorry, it's not games. I couldn't decide what game I wanted to play, and I'm kind of hightailed out just because it's very open-ended. The only thing that's kind of there is progression. And I am very much a progress a little bit, do a bunch of side quests, progress some more, do a couple more side quests type of person. And I'm kind of out of... Well, I'm not out of, but I'm out of the side quests that I want to do on Hytale currently. So, we'll see how this goes. I am pulling up Pinterest so that I can look at some inspo and maybe get some poses. Because I think we're going to do the Gothic Goat first. They posted first, and I really liked their design and stuff. I am not a good artist. Just as a FYI. My stuff is okay. And the pieces that I do tonight, I'm not going to go through my usual rendering process, or at least... Because, the way that I do art is very scientific, is the word, maybe, that I'm looking for. I have a formula. And I follow that formula every single time to make a good piece. And if I'm being honest, I think that's why I'm kind of burned out on art, is because I constantly... Sorry, I'm gonna turn this here. I am constantly following that formula, and I think... Oh, now let's turn out. I think we're gonna try and break that formula habit. Because I think it's holding me back, and I also think it's holding my ability to do art back. I don't think I'm improving, I'm getting burnt out, it feels more like a chore than a fun little hobby. And I noticed that because whenever I do my thumbnails, if I edit a stream down into a YouTube video, I enjoy making the thumbnails. And I enjoy making the thumbnails because I usually experiment with them, and I don't follow that formula. And if it's bad, I just roll with it, and we make it bad. So, that's kind of what we're going to work on. And hopefully the setup works. I know the microphone Because on this side of me, there's not much I can do because I usually like stream with this wander, but tonight I'm streaming with this wander, so we're just gonna roll with it. So we need poses. Actually, should I be doing this on PC so that you guys can see? Maybe I should do this on PC. And hopefully I do not dox myself in the process. Okay. Nope, not that one. Opera. Why are you not showing me? Okay. There you go. Okay. So, the character we're working with is this one. I'm not going to assume its gender, so we're not going to call it a lady. But it does seem to have feminine features, so I think we are going to find at least a mostly feminine presenting body type. Unless we find something like this, where it's like just but I am not sure. I also don't know if this is a good idea to keep showing you guys roof intros, but I feel like it's better than just staring at the canvas. So, we will see. We'll go with this. Because I really want to get to a point where I can maybe do commissions, but I'm not sure. Because, like, I want to be a game streamer, but I also want to do art stream. And we just gotta figure out how to merge them. So that when I'm tired of games, like I am tonight, I can just do art with you guys. Because I think you would enjoy it, possibly, maybe. I feel like this one might be good for the goat, right? Because, like, she is in a dress, so, like, we could... I think she's in a dress. They're on the dress. They're in a dress. Yeah, they're in a dress. So we could blow the dress out, like, this way. I think we're gonna go with this one. Okay. So now I can switch you guys back. There we go. I know there's a way, I think, to get a reference, right? Definitely done it before. W item bank. Is it dragging it onto Clip Studio? Is that what it does? No. How did I do that? You know what? That's fine. We'll just... I swear... Oh, here we go. Cool. I figured it out. You guys can't see it, but I can see it, and that's what matters. Somewhat. Will you show me the image, please? Thank you. Maybe? No. Okay. Because we just need the rough shape anyway. Oh yeah, I should probably do some warm-ups, if I'm being honest. And maybe turn this a bit more this way. I usually do warm-ups by doing weird shapes or random shapes, so bear with me while we do a couple of these. Because my warm-ups are very... Well, I have an art book somewhere in this moving pile, and it's called The Dynamic Bible. And so a lot of the warm-ups in that book is actually drawing straight lines across at different lengths. And that's actually how I usually warm up. It's not that entertaining for you guys, but I guess that's where the chatter comes in. I'm just gonna yap your ear off while I'm doing it, which is totally fine, I feel like. I also opened my Kickstarter way too close to the screen, because it has little tiny spots. And then it has, like, curve. I still haven't watched the Scary Movie that I literally told you guys that I would watch. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight, blah 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 blah, and then I never did. Might watch it tonight. We'll see. Although it would be, since this is a Gothic goat image, wow, we are sucking with our warm-ups. To be fair, I have not drawn in like actually sitting down and drawing, I have not done in months. So it might take a little bit of a hot minute to actually warm up. It also helps if you give yourself like a box to follow, like I did here. Because then it's the same length and you can kind of judge it. And you're supposed to trace the lines like 10 times. I'm not going to do all that tonight, but we'll see. We'll see where this goes. Kind of depends on how warmed up I get, if I'm being honest. Because a lot of these are not turning out. Sometimes I'll doodle, just to warm up into what I actually draw. I really need to practice, well, as you can see from this face, I need to practice, like, doing heads without doing circles, because if I can get out of that habit of needing circles and guidelines all the time, I would love to not be in that habit. Sometimes I just kind of just depends. I really wish you guys could see the reference that we're gonna use. I wonder if there's a way to stream like the whole thing without streaming my desktop. Because as much as I love you guys, I don't really want to stream my desktop. Not that much, anyway. That doesn't help it. Can I hide this? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, I can, but I don't want to mess with it on stream. I'll figure out how to do it before next stream. Oh yeah, since this is an art stream, I probably should show you guys the species for the ARPG I was making. I haven't abandoned it. I've just been busy. And I keep biting off new project and new project and new project. I'm not really working with it. Mostly because what I want from them, I'm not getting, so I don't want to debut them because I'm not happy with them quite yet. Which is kind of why I've taken a break, because I really want to sit back and be like, okay, what do I want from this? And be able to actually pull what I want from it. Because I originally made them just because I want an ARPG to play. Which is fair. But if that's the only reason, then I need to go find someone else's ARPG. So I really want to create like an experience that'll be fun. But I also realize that an ARPG is a lot of work. And if I'm streaming and doing YouTube and also day job, I haven't quite figured out how to balance all that yet. So if I start that and then I open it up, I feel like I'm going to be biting off a lot more than I should. So we're going to see where all these other things go. And then we'll check back in with it at another point. Okay. Maybe we should do a figure warm-up instead. Because, like, that's what I mean by, like, the formula kind of holds me back. Because I kind of don't go with what's in my imagination. We'll see. My imagination does not get as much exercise as my science brain. And I don't think having that formula helps that matter. Not even a little bit. I just keep thinking about the other day when I streamed with a, well, I didn't stream with them, but they streamed and I watched them. Friend. Keep thinking about their tree they had. It was a very cool tree that I am not trying to replicate, but I'm definitely not even close to the ballpark that they were. I really like more whimsical, not whimsical, but like fairy tale-ish, but like more like dark fairy tale-ish vibes. Like, I feel like when I say I like fairy tales and folklore, people think of like the actual fairies and like the happy kind of type folklore. But I really like the darker aspects of some of them. I don't know, guys. It's a tree. Okay. Now we've warmed up at least a little bit. It's been 20 minutes already? There's no way it's been 20 minutes. I have just been rambling for 20 minutes. What do you mean it's been 20 minutes? Okay. We gotta get started. Holy shit. We're gonna start the beam and work our way into a ball. And I know it looks a little funky, but you gotta trust the process of it. Leads up into the net. shadow freeze here. Which we're not necessarily trying to copy the whole thing. I just want... And this is actually a good neck shape for animal person. Okay, I should probably put this up on the screen. I make OBS. I can. Oh! Now I have the best of both worlds. I actually need to find a picture of a goat. That's what we should have warmed up with. Oh well. Lesson learned. Okay, so goats. I've only done one other goat image for someone. So they're not necessarily my strong suit. And there's a lot of different goats too. So they have a lot of different head shapes. Maybe that's what we do real quick. We work on... I think we're gonna do like a 3/4 view. And goats have a very weird 3/4 view. And I really want to play you guys a song called Hot Wheels. It is such a banger, but I am so scared of the MCA. Especially after they banned Average Harry for what he did. Oh, it wasn't even that bad. Okay. Maybe we make the new canvas real quick. Just so that I can kind of get this head shape down a little bit. So, the nose is like right here, right? And it's connected. They have a very strange nose shape. We're gonna leave it like that. And then their lip kind of goes. They also have that little eyebrow here. And then their next one is right here. I need two things before. So, what's this for? Here, this one, you wrap this. Maybe I should have tagged beginner. I'm just kidding. I'm not technically a beginner. My skill level is beginner, but my god. I have been doing work so long. You'd think I'd be better at this. Let's... So when this goes... No. Okay. We have this kind of wrong. This goes... Then... we have sort of like a lidded eye. entirely accurate, but we're getting there. This is a much... And also their chin kind of goes in a little deep. I don't know if we're going to do that on our Gothic goat, just because he seems like a feminine-ish lady. She's not a lady, I'm sorry. And then they have, like, here. Right here. Maybe not right there, but you get the picture. Okay, so it's going to be... I feel like that's just dog nose. Okay. That's a bit better.
Lights out.
We do need to puff. We need to pop this cheek out.
Lights out.
It's pretty flat, but if you follow this up, it actually goes into their horns.
Lights
Like,
out.
you can align their horns.
Lights out.
It's not the quick-ish breakdown. I think it works fine. Here. Right? Okay, that's how we're gonna break down. What's this one? Okay. No, I don't want to redraw all of that. We're gonna bring the cheek out. This is gonna look really goofy for a second.
Lights out.
So we need to make our form. Our ears kind of like this. I think that's where we're gonna place the ear.
Lights out.
And then I think we need to go back to the Gothic goat. So they have a pair of secondary horns. So once we get the eyes laid out,
Lights out.
we need to go back through. I need to slide this down just a bit. It's like this pair connects based on the reference photo. I feel like they would show at least right here. It's like if you connect, yeah, they'd show a little bit. I don't know if they'd show back here as much. They show a little bit there. And I can't tell if the dress goes up to their neck. I don't think it does. I think they just have dark fur there. I think the dress ends about right. If it has frills, which it looks like it does, frills are gonna kind of stick up a bit. That's how frills always work. So it doesn't look like they're the type of frill that's sewed in. And granted, this is hand drawn, so like they wouldn't put stitching, but I'm being honest, they have it fluffed up where it looks like it's not going to be sewed down. So I think I'm safe in that assumption. I have never drawn frills in my life. We will see how this goes. Right now I'm just gonna make shapes and we're gonna hold it there. This is just a sketch. So they do have long sleeves. Here. It also has a frilly-ish thing. I'm going to butcher for now. Isn't awful. So her finger is kind of actually angled like this, even though it looks a bit weird. And I don't think her hand is supposed to be that big. We might adjust it just a tad. Center. That's shape, and then sinks in like this. Or it goes. Oh, here's the bowl. We have this here. We'll fill in with goat anatomy. This is just the shape of reference. Which I included the shoulder here. I actually take that out because I feel like it takes away. I'm just gonna. Sorry guys, it's really hard to like piece this together while we're talking. If I already had the sketch filled out, it would probably be a bit easier, but so it's not the best, but it works. And we're just trying to get the rough-ish shapes down. For the most part. The full body picture is not that helpful, other than it shows that it's like a full-length dress. So we might actually be able to get away Here's what will be. It's like we can have the dress and a fold it under. I have also never drawn dress, so we'll see how this goes. Okay. This is roughish shape. My sketches are never, well, they're actually usually more detailed because I usually try to get them exact before I make the line art. But I think we're gonna skip that because I kind of want to work on speed too. I'm a very slow artist, usually. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna recenter this so that's a little more comfortable for me. Ooh. Eyes that are like 3/4 of the way. To be fair, I'm not very good at eyes in general. They're kind of one of my weak spots. But I might go. Really short part. I might angle these horns a bit different. Just a little bit. I think we're gonna take this and like twist it and then move it. But it still follows that eye ridge. But they're tilted ever so slightly. Oh, okay. I don't try to zoom all the way in for line art. I always try to keep it relatively big. I don't think I've zoomed in. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have zoomed in on pieces. I don't usually zoom in on pieces. Because I don't want to get into the nitty grit before I have big picture, and by the time big picture rolls around, I'm usually pretty happy with what I come by. I don't really get to big picture. Note mouths are a bit weird. Make the nose hole. I know you can't really see the nostril like that in the one photo that we were practicing with, which you guys didn't see because I show you. It's fine. Shoots don't have whisper. At least I don't think so. Do they? They have whiskers. They just don't have the black marks that come with whiskers. I might keep it anyway, just cause. I also kind of want a more somber expression. And I think we should make the nose a bit more like formal. Shaped. Like it's in a 3D space and not 2D. I don't think that's not bad. My art skill is one of those things that I struggle with in terms of perceiving how or where I am skill level. So, I think we're gonna stick short first. It's gonna be a little tricky because this is such a long neck that goats have. And then we also have to keep in mind the frills too. But that'll be a little interesting. So we're gonna have to actually erase this. Because I need actually those are gonna have a bit bigger. We'll have to paint over that. But we have the neck that we're, or at least that I'm pretty set on. I don't think I'm gonna extend that line as far though. The fur horns are a bit different than the goat edge that we use. Fur horns are just peel the back. They like bring this one up. There's the curve. I actually need to flatten it out a little bit. For that shape. This is why I usually spend so long on warm-ups, so that I'm not having such a hard time getting these curves, because usually I would just do it in one go. I just, and then hopefully work out. Come back to that one. This one. I think we're gonna erase a little bit of this to give it the illusion that it actually hurts. The ear doesn't have a chip, so I won't cut further than that. I think we are going to keep that. Like that horn kind of needs to curve a little bit more. I don't think it curves as much as it should. Wait, that was horn. That was not. I think we should take that little. The trail is kinda. Which is kind of what I'm basing this on. Hormones were my favorite thing to practice hormone, and yet here I am. Because it's like a little. Let's break it down. The shape is something like this. So this is the face we're working with. Sort of. It'll be like this. Necessarily wrong. Just a little bit shape. This part. Really? That's where I'm like a little scratching my head on. But she does have jewelry. Maybe we can tackle that first. Just in case. The jewelry is gonna kind of flow direction. Thing's not that big. These are like beads or jewels. So we'll have to work with. I think it's just silver chain links. I don't know what this is, unless it's just a loop that it all attaches to. We might thicken this up a bit so that we can erase. Since we're having it on the same layer would be helpful. It's not perfect, but I think it'll work. I think we're gonna turn this back. So it swings from right here and under the ears. We need to keep that in mind. This horn will be over top of it. So once we get to this part, we won't really have to worry about what it actually looks like. Then we need to find a picture of a black Gothic dress so I can see how these frills work. Because I don't wear dresses, and I tend to avoid them at all costs. I think it's more of a Victorian Gothic, if I'm being honest. Maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Victorian Gothic does not seem to be maybe it's elegant Gothic? Interest, you are not being helpful. Not even in the slightest right now. Maybe we just look up. That's a little helpful. Not very much, but it's helpful enough. I think I'm gonna draw this in pink so that I can actually see what I'm doing. I don't know how this will work. There are a lot of shapes here. They look like they go opposite of each other though. So we have one frill that kind of hangs off this way, right? We want that to be what we're gonna do. That shows that if that happens, then it needs to start out like this, and one like this. We should probably tighten them just a little bit. But when... Okay, so you don't really see You only see these. Those are really complicated for no other reason than to just be complicated. Guys, I think I'm having a choking, of course, but like, I think this is the hardest thing I've ever drawn. I'm being honest. This is pretty tough, and I don't even know how I'm gonna render this. Unless I draw this line, and then I just draw an under here, like I'm doing now. That is a possibility. Maybe we'll do that. Not the worst. I also don't feel like it would shoot back up again. To be honest. We can erase. We were figuring this part out. The only part we need I think we're gonna follow that line. We'll start here. To go. Really good. It's a little difficult to be able. Maybe that idea didn't work. Maybe it did. Might be a quick one. Or it's just my brain being fried by froze. We cooked on this part. We just need to replicate that. We'll try this part again. So, this I think it's this part. I'm sure it's the turnaround. Because you technically will still see this where it's going around, right? I think it's just that part that's really throwing us for a loop. Maybe. Maybe that's what's throwing us for a loop. And then you come over here. This is not as well. Ooh. You kind of got the idea, but we just need to refine it a little bit. Not perfect. Ooh. Nice. It's easy. Oh, why we are struggling on the frills so much? Although the frills would go up like this anyway, right? Okay, hold on. Because, like, if the shoulder is here, yeah. Shoulder Mardu. So with that in mind, for the neck wraps around, so hard. We race as we go so we don't get confused later. I'll leave that thinking for like style purposes. But this attaches there. That attaches there. But the seam, they would attach at the seam. So I actually move to attach at the same place. Even if it looks a little funky. But that also creates a small problem. Okay. So if we want them to end up this small, right? Then we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to figure out how to shorten them. Which we can't have a line here because you will still see that fold. This will go back. Here's one. I just need to connect these two. Once we connect these two, I think we'll be golden. We done. We need to fit more than one here. Maybe it gets bunched up a little bit. It's not perfect. But I don't think it was as bad as the first attempt. We're kind of piecing it together just a little bit. And then we'll just erase the chops so that we can make one solid seam. Here, fix this up. Fix this guy. I colored these zones so I can see the differences. It's really kind of hard to tell with the hot paint if it actually looks the way that it's supposed to. You have to be able to see them all the way. I can just give it a regular rim for now, and then when we go to render, we can add. And that's what we're gonna do. Right now, we're just gonna give it a regular dress rim, like seam, and then when we go to render, we'll patch it up. Which her dress isn't necessarily detailed. It kind of looks like it could have corset-ish. Just like right here. Because it looks like it has another... Well, let's see. That's usually the case. Fabric is like this weird poofy thing. I don't know why I hate stuff. Not drawing it, which is weird. Drawing it, it's a challenge and a half. But fun challenge and a half? But it's not bad. That's where they end from the actual. why I want the shoulder here, but then if you put the shoulder there, it kind of... Oh, wait. Here. Maybe we can keep that in. I just gotta thin this down a little bit. Her shoulders, the big... Ooh. Keep on. Yeah, there's like a lot of problem solving in this image. I thought this would be an easier one than it was, but it seems I was wrong. I'm like focusing hardcore. Okay. I don't think our attempts are that bad though, considering. I think I might end up redoing the head a little bit. I don't think it's turning out that bad. It's just I definitely like something right here and like right here. I need to maybe like smush that back a little bit. But goats do have big foreheads. So maybe it's just a matter of... I think it's just I need to round the neck out a little bit. Maybe that's it. I'll keep that for now. A lot of this will be hidden by the dress. Basically, something like that. The dress will have to fold in, and then it'll come back up. Something like that. We also need to add her. I don't think that looks as good as it did in my head. Maybe we can add like a tuck for the dress over. A little bit. This is very tricky.
Running full system diagnostics.
This will have to extend
Machine status fully operational.
something like that.
System online. All stations are now
Might end up being more than a one-night stream for the. I thought it was gonna be something simple, but this is kind of turning into a struggle bus. It's totally fine. I do kind of want to move everything down a little bit, but maybe we'll wait till we render it, or we're at least done with line work. I think this hand also needs to move down. Like, I think the thumb needs to go here. And then, yeah.
Operation overkill.
Which is definitely gonna fuck our anatomy. But it might just move everything down a bit. This isn't our bad first try. Not for this character. Maybe I should have thumbnailed this a little bit. Also, so like, her body in the photo, like, so her arm comes down, right? But then it kind of extends into the leg. So maybe we need to fix where this leg comes from. Because this leg also Cause like the bowl is here. Like, I drew the bowl. But then there's like this little space. So this leg's fine. It's just this one that we need to prop up a bit more. Which we can totally do, and maybe... No, because her hand... Like, we do need to do that, but we also need to keep that hand in it. I was like, that looks right, but then something doesn't.
Kill them all.
Oh. So we can't really see the other side of her hand. Now it doesn't look weird here is because her hand would be there and we have girl side. Oh.
Take this mild drug and you will have a nice sleep without any nightmares. You're among friends here. You must trust us. You will sleep now. A long sleep.
This is probably gonna be the messiest line art I have. But I think it'll be worth it in the end. Like, it might be messy, but I think it'll actually look good. Maybe. Might. I feel like we're cooking just a little bit. That thumb doesn't actually show. It does this weird little thing. And then finger. And the pinky thumb does the same thing. And that is somewhat of a giant hand. I wonder if we could pull this hand down right here. I feel like that would help things. The dress to show on the other side of her too, to like show that it's a pretty big dress. The dress doesn't look major, but I want to show a little bit of bagginess, just a little bit. We'll have to see though. Without the sketch, how bad is it? That's not that bad. We have a couple of things that we need to fix. But so far, I think it actually looks really good. I just think we need to get the... like, right here. And then we need to somehow show that her leg, like, kind of creases in. I guess we just kind of did. Was this? This is gonna be a puzzle and a half. Right here. Kind of will cup right here, right?
Try not to headbang.
The rest goes underneath here, so we can't actually see. Oh, hands really do be like that though. Like, right. We'll keep that now. I actually do think that's what I'm gonna call it for tonight, though. I mostly just wanted to stream for consistency purposes. I was not planning on the stream being actually a full stream. It's just warm-up took 3 minutes, question mark? So. And we were rambling in the beginning. So I guess, yeah, it did take about 30-ish minutes. I should well, I'll save off stream so that you guys can't see my file names. But thank you for joining me if you did. Games, hopefully next time. I just was not in the mood tonight for games. I don't know. I've been gaming a lot here lately, so maybe that's why. Stream may or may not happen tomorrow. The area that I'm in is supposed to be getting a really bad snowstorm, and since I work grocery, it might be a really busy day. So I can't guarantee stream tomorrow. But if not tomorrow, our next regular stream would be, let's see, what is today? Thursday? So we didn't do stream. Our stream schedule is Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, isn't it? So we didn't do stream last night. But our next scheduled stream, and I'm putting scheduled in quotations because there may or may not be one Saturday. It depends. It kind of just depends on how I feel and if I have video idea. Because I also kind of want to try to go into streams with, or at least some streams, not all streams, because I do want to leave some randomness up to it. I want to go into some streams with video plans so that I can edit them into videos. So, if I come up with a video idea for Saturday, then we will stream. Which I already have a slight idea. I kind of want to do Minecraft Bingo, if I'm being honest. So, we might do Minecraft Bingo on Saturday. Especially since I'm off Sunday, we could make that last as long as we needed to. So, maybe. Thank you for joining me, guys. I'm so sleepy. I'm going to go probably eat some food and take a nap. And I will see you guys around.